at this moment, even with Salah on the pitch for whatever it was, just over an hour, Liverpool didn't look like scoring, and that for me is a bigger problem. And at this moment, when you're watching Liverpool, you're not quite sure where the goals are going to come from.
Hi, welcome back to the Hideout Treatment. It's me, Kishan. This time what we're going to do is something a bit different, something different from the game week previews, but something similar to the Arsenal episode we did a while back. So this time what we're going to do is a Liverpool special episode because we want to explain what's going on with them at the moment, current form and all that. As you can see on my right, I have the two familiar faces in Bara and Kumar. Proper Liverpool fans, diehard, never ever slating the club on our game week previews. On my left, we have two new faces actually. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is VT, diehard Liverpool fan for a good 20 years. I've been supporting Liverpool almost my whole life, and it's just a tough phase, we'll get through it.
Yeah, hi guys, my name is Naveen. Similarly, I've been supporting Liverpool for about 21 years now. Yeah, actually my family majority are Man United fans, so I think I was the only one with some brains in the family.
Okay, it's a very sad life because I don't know what you were doing in the past 20 years. All the success. But okay, to move on serious, just kidding. More serious tone. Before we dive into the show, I think I would just want you guys to, if you guys are not subbed to the channel, please do it. Give us likes, interact with us on Twitter as well. I think all four of us, the mainstay guys, we were quite interactive over there. We were quite ever present there as well. So if you guys feel like you want to engage with us with something, just do it. Don't hold back. So, okay, moving on to the start. I think recently we found out Klopp's mom passed away and all that, right? And we have a lot of pundits, I would say, on Twitter. Actually Twitter accounts with football ABIs on them. They think they know football and stuff like that. They say oh, it's because of this, something's happening, because there's something happening. Let me tell you something. Death is not a very how do I put it? It's very sensitive. You don't use death as something to reason out something, because I don't think if let's say you were in that situation, right, you wouldn't want someone calling out your loved one's death, as a reason why you're feeling badly at something or something's going wrong. So I think with that, let's move on. Okay. Now to the more serious, not necessarily serious, but more of what I want your opinions on is so what is actually currently going on at Liverpool Football Club? Okay.
Every week say the same thing. Well, we all know what's wrong. The injury list is huge. System is not working properly because of that. Manager's lost his mother, but I don't even think he would use it as a reason for the team's decline in form. I think it's just a blip. No team can go through with so many injuries and still expect to play the same standard of football that we always play. So to summarize it, it's just horrendous injuries, COVID season. I say this every week on the previews. Preseason.
It's a very reasonable
the
reason.
Games are coming in fast, so this is why it's happening to everyone, and it's happening worse to us.
Anyone else?
Yeah, the injury list is growing, that's for sure. But I think it's also reasonable to think that we all expected Liverpool to have some sort of a drop-off, even if they had the whole squad fit, because they actually achieved 99 points last season. So, the general consensus... Sorry?
98 the previous season.
Yes, 98 previous, and then 97.
Yeah.
So, no one in the right mind was thinking, okay, Liverpool's going to hit 100, 101 points this season. We actually expected about 5 to 10 points maybe, around there. But, of course, the growing injury list didn't help. Started all the way with Virgil van Dijk. That's the biggest one that rocked the season from the start. Actually disrupted the whole system in a way. So, yeah, but the main problem is I think it's not just that one injury, but I feel like we also don't have a very deep squad. So, but to a certain extent, I actually feel like, contrary to popular belief, I actually feel that we actually recruited well in the summer, given the COVID pandemic and all. We actually addressed a few key spots. Left back, Smikas. of course, Thiago Alcantara and Diogo Jota. It's all brilliant additions in a COVID climate. So I think, but the problem is the growing number of injuries has actually decimated the squad. So the 3 new signings, they couldn't really like impact. And it doesn't help when the 3 new signings as well get injured for like, they actually get sidelined for a considerable amount of time.
Okay, so I actually kind of expected you guys to go with a different direction because what I have here is, what is FSG doing about this?
Honestly, you can't. The thing is, COVID-19 hit every industry in the world actually, including football. So as owners, coming from America, which is their country, and like they are the ones having to bear the cost because they have a team down there also. There's a baseball team, right? So a lot of losses incurred over there as well. So they can't. I don't think it's okay. It's not entirely fair to put everything on them because they are the one who has actually started off building this club to where we are right now, bringing in the right personnel and everything.
Okay.
It's just that the season is a very unpredictable season.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I think.
The reason why I bring FSG into the picture is because it's not just me, but I've seen lots of Liverpool fans on Twitter. They can see the problem.
Yeah, it's frustration. It's just the
it's like
frustration.
FSG can act like at the very start of the transfer window. I'm not talking about the summer one, the winter one, the January one, because that's when you know okay, so these players are injured. We need to bring them in, but they actually waited till you all signed the last day of the window. Only,
Yeah. The deadline.
So at that point, how many games have you guys played and lost points? I mean,
at that
it's
point,
not about you don't have to give me exact numbers, but it's merely like a fact, right? You guys lost points because you guys never, how you put it, bring in the personnel to cover and all that.
They gamble very big. They thought if we can keep Fabinho and one of them injury free, we can get a Matip or injury free, we can get through without Gomez and Van Dijk. Gamble backfire. Fabinho drop, Matip gone.
Yeah.
And then Matip got injured in somewhere around middle January.
Yeah.
So
I think no one was expecting
that
that amount of injuries.
So your gamble backfire halfway through January, you got 2 weeks to buy. I've said this on preview. You cannot go and buy 80 million defender in January. So
not in this current.
Not in this current time, and it's not even a practical reason to buy a. Let's say we buy a what's his name, the Napoli guy, Condombili. His name not coming.
Koulibaly.
Sorry. Koulibaly. Then when the rest of them come back, what are you going to do with Koulibaly? 80 million. We can't be putting 80 million on the bench. That's why Maguire plays in the first place. Because a club pay you 80 million, you have to buy him. The price alone will put him in the team, and we cannot do that. So as FSG could have done better a bit. But
they should be more active.
But like I said, I think that was the plan. We don't spend, we just pray to God that Matip and Fabinho stay fit. We can get through the end of the season, but it backfired and everything's just going against
We
Liverpool now.
did get Kabak.
It's a running joke in the header treatment. As Bara would like to call Kabak as Kabak.
We don't talk about
And he played well, for the Champions League game.
Yeah, the Leipzig game, man of the match, clean sheet, dealt well with the ball. He did put a foot wrong.
Decent side.
Decent
side.
game.
Really decent side.
So okay, then to sum it up, right? So to sum up how is it going on currently with the squad? How would you describe it before we move on to the next topic?
Sorry, just to add one point on the FSG issue. So although I felt that they did very well in the summer, based on the resources they could afford, and of course they structured the Jota and Thiago deals very expertly, and they got it done in back-to-back days. So that was very well done. So at that point, I think the whole Liverpool fan base was treating FSG like godsend and all. So, but what actually happened during the season? Because when Lauren left, so we only have 3 recognized main centre backs, and of course Fabinho is a more than able deputy to cover as the 4th choice when needed. So obviously, and it's we are not going to spend much money. So of course, with that thinking going into the season, it's not so bad, because no one's going to expect all 4 of them to be injured at the same time. But then when facts change, opinions have to change. So when Dijk got injured for the season, then Gomez 1 to 2 weeks later followed suit. And then Matip. Okay, Joel Matip is a very decent defender when he's fit.
He's fragile.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very fragile.
He's fragile. He's like glass.
He's more fragile than the word fragile
Yeah,
itself.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
He's
you
like
need to-
glass.
So he got
Fast forward a
injured
bit.
once. Okay, we let him heal and come back. He got injured twice. So as the January window approached, I think the club should have already lined up Ben Davies. Okay, Ben Davies was, he came in. They should have lined up, 1 million, 1.5 million. They should have lined him up on the first day to bring him in, to get the extra body in. Then Kabak could have come towards the end.
I know,
I'm
but like
fine.
I say, they gamble that they will stay fit, and then in January the rest they have to buy. That was the mistake on FSG. Other than that, everything else was great,
Yeah. So
Coming back to the question,
you want more airtime for this, or you want other questions?
Go for another question.
Okay, so to sum it up, I think I have not really brought up my point of view on this injury list, because I think before when we did this the season prediction, remember at the start when we did, I did say Liverpool would fall off. Why? No one saw it coming. I saw it coming. You know why? Because the thing is, Liverpool play very high intensity football, which is very respectable. But they did it for 2 seasons straight. That the one where you guys push City all the way in to the end, last season as well. It's going to fall off sometime. No team can go for more than 2.5 seasons. It's proven. Even the greatest United sides have not.
Now you see, this team could have gone on and sustained a reasonable level of football right this season. It would have dropped. Like what you said,
Your drop.
97 point, 98 point, sure drop one.
Because fatigue will catch up.
Fatigue will catch
Yeah,
up.
definitely,
But
fatigue catch
because
up.
of the injury list, right, that is why it is horrendous. That is why it's poor. That is why it's depressing to watch. Because if people were fit, it will still be 1-0, 2-0. We won't see 4-0, 5-0. But okay, what day? You cannot expect a team to play like superhumans for 3 years,
correct.
you know?
Yeah.
It's just that the injury list makes the whole thing
And
worse.
to add on, I think he also kept playing the same squad again and again for 2 seasons. I think that's why, when you bring in like your people, to come and cover up the holes the injured players leave behind, they can't keep up to the intensity. And eventually you find an imbalance in the squad. So do you guys agree, or is there anything you want to add on?
Yeah, I agree, because
Of course.
it's heavy, it's heavy metal football that we play. The fatigue is bound to happen.
It's proven, because you have
Yeah.
seen like every team, even the City team where we saw the quite recent one, the Centurions, they fell off last season. Yeah.
And our squad, to be honest, is not like a City squad where the reserves are as as good as the first team. The fatigue is bound to happen.
Between them as champions and us as champions.
That's true.
Okay.
So fatigue is bound to happen. Just plus the injuries, it's just a bad time. Plus the injuries, plus the fatigue. You can see like people like Sadio Mane not really on form that he is. As Robertson also not.
Yeah,
as what he
we'll
was
go to
playing.
that like the later part.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next question is, I've seen lots of this actually, and I don't think there's any like solid point to actually prove this yet, but you guys are here. It's either you convince me or you tell me the truth. Is the current Liverpool team the greatest Premier League team we have seen?
No, definitely not.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Because, I mean, I'm not saying this based on I'm biased, but the thing is because there are teams before who have done things much better in a sense.
We were talking about it just now, before we started. As you can see, okay.
Yeah, so
yeah,
so on, okay, wherever my hand's
Yeah.
pointing, that is the...
this is the double team,
the-
the European double. This is the treble.
This is the team that went on to win it three times in a row, the Premier League.
The Premier League team. Yes, correct. 3 times in a
Three
row
peat.
and 1 Champions League.
Treble, three times in a row as well. The 3 Premier League teams in a row. Yeah, 3 Premier League teams.
Yes. Centurion, invincible,
And
best defense.
I think they only conceded 11 goals throughout the whole season, right? Yeah, 11
Yeah,
goals.
11 goals.
Yeah,
correct.
11
11
or
goals.
15 goals.
Jose Mourinho team, yeah. So I know I brought these teams up because I feel like these 5 teams, when it comes to that topic, greatest Premier League team, they should always be in the conversation. But I always, the thing is, Twitter is always very biased. And I see the current Liverpool team are better than this. And I'm here to, I'm not being biased, but I say
Okay,
it's not.
Kishan, I ask you. These 5 team, right? Which one? Your greatest Premier League team?
0708.
07, 08. You?
Same 0708. Okay, 0708.
Arsenal Invincibles.
Same. Arsenal Invincibles.
I will go for Arsenal Invincibles. But
Because
all
no
of
Liverpool
us...
fans will say United.
No, not that.
I said
That United.
Okay, that's what
that United. You see, that United team is great. But what Arsenal did is unprecedented.
I mean,
Never done before.
It's never done before. But
Even
the thing is,
United did it another team did it again. Even though it's the same manager, there are 2 teams who did 3 times. No one has done
Okay,
centurions.
you know why I say 07-08? The thing is because after the 4th season, I've heard arguments like say like, oh, no Premier League manager can do it 4 times in a row. United missed out by 1 point. Next season, you won it. Season after that, you missed out by goal difference. Season after that, you won it. There could be 7 in a row. No, just saying facts.
If that Mane goal had been counted and City's goal had been disallowed, we would have got a double day. Don't come and give me these 7 in a row. Fuck off.
But
really.
have you guys seen 3 in a row?
Bullshit.
3 in a row.
Yeah, that is like goal difference. The fact is, you lost the 4th one,
By
you won the next one, and you lost on goal difference. It does not matter, second place or not, you did not win it that 2 times, so there's no 7.
No, okay, but my argument here, right, is because I hear that, without the injuries and all that, you guys have done so much better.
No, we would have at least pushed for the title. I wouldn't say we'd have won the title.
Okay, now this is my argument because I've seen a lot of tweets saying exactly this. Like, y'all are meant to be up there, the upper echelons of like Premier League teams. I'm saying that they're not really up there. They can be in the conversation, but not up there.
Why not?
Yeah, that's true. Why not?
What have they achieved? Did you say they win the double?
Yeah,
You see the Centurion
but-
team?
If you go back to where Klopp, if you are talking about Klopp's era lah, if you
Yeah.
go back to where Klopp started to where he built this team right now, why not?
And
Why
from
not?
what
Why can't
Liverpool
we
started
actually?
and
Why
what it is
can't
still
we
now.
Okay.
actually achieve that? But
The
obviously,
thing is, I feel like you guys can achieve that, but the way it is presented, right, it's like you guys have already achieved that.
No, you see, this team, the City team, is up there because done something no one has done. 100 points.
100 points, yeah.
Same with Invincibles. Same with Chelsea. 11 goals. We won the league with what? How many? 11 games or 7 games? We broke
Eight.
7.
Seven, eight, yeah.
something like we broke Alex Ferguson. We are the fastest champions, if you put it that way.
Okay.
So if you're telling me all these teams have a reason for being one of the greatest, I said already we are not one
No,
of the
I did
greatest.
say that you guys are one of the greatest, but not the greatest.
We are not
yeah.
the greatest because all these teams
any sensible fan
will agree
Yeah.
that we are not the
Yeah.
greatest team. Look at what all these teams have done. Even Alex Ferguson couldn't do what Arsene Wenger did.
And look at the Invincibles do.
Yeah,
No,
look at-
definitely no one. Liverpool came to
Ferguson
close
couldn't
to
do it.
achieving it.
Yeah.
We tried achieving what Invincibles.
And then
Yeah.
we also saw where they end up afterwards. Just kidding. Let's move on.
control yourself. Your next question, please.
No. I wasn't talking about Liverpool. I was talking about Arsenal. I say where they end up afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Chill. Okay. Oh, no. I was pointing there. There was no Liverpool picture there.
Can.
Okay, yeah. So if I put this question to y'all, where would you guys rank the current Liverpool team among these 5?
I mean, it's a bit hard to
I-
rank among that 5. Because
It's
they all have achieved great things
Something
individually as teams.
and differently, yeah. But if you were to put it,
Everyone will have a different opinion.
that's, I want all 4 different opinions. I want 4
You
different.
mean to say you want
Yeah,
you
personal,
want
yeah.
us to say where that Liverpool Premier League winning team stands among the 5?
Among that 5.
So
Okay,
one,
so
of
if
them
you
has
add in,
one of them has to drop out. Is
no,
it?
so if you including the 5, you have 6.
Where is your Liverpool team?
Where would you rank it? Yeah.
Doesn't matter
I
who
will-
is first, who is second.
I will actually put them 5th.
Yeah, I was going for 5th also.
So who's on-
right?
Yeah,
That's
Who's on that? You put 6.
City. Yeah.
City.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's
so
Quite
what-
obvious,
so,
City.
So what? 100 points. They won the league. We also won the league. But we need fastest. Okay, that's not the point lah. But the manner that we won it, for
And
the
they
amount of years that we waited,
kept
the
falling
way
out of Champions
the way
League.
Klopp built this team, not disregarding the fact that Pep built a great team lah in that season.
With
But,
how?
but then again, what did he have? The
Yeah,
money, the backing.
exactly, yeah.
Klopp had nothing to start off with, actually, to be honest. We started off with Lallana kind of players, Benteke, and he slowly had to shape and remold them.
So you say 4th.
Fifth.
And I'm pretty sure if we had the squad depth like Liverpool, 100 points would definitely be achievable.
Yeah,
100% would be achievable.
Your ranking, Nick?
I'll go 5th also. Yeah.
Wait, as in who be your 6th team?
City.
City as well.
I'll have to say 6th.
Okay.
I'll
Out
put,
of these 2, they say 5th. Like, why you say 6th?
I'll still put City just above Liverpool, just above, because of the Centurions. But I also like to say that Liverpool was like flying for like around 70% of the season. I think before we lost that Watford game, 3-0, I think was played 27, won 26. drawn 1,
Yeah.
I think Man United.
The United one, yeah.
So it's like Liverpool was practically winning every single game. So yes, of course the Watford happened, like can call it a one-off. And then they still continued winning after that. But then where things, started to change a bit, not in terms of where the title was heading, but you can see the form dropping was the 2 to 3 months COVID break. So, like every team, like all the players are at home, no one's even going to the gym or what. They're just depending on home workouts and Zoom calls.
Okay.
So then after 3 months coming back, and then like, of course, it takes time to adjust. And you can see Liverpool, I think, lost another 2 more games after that. And then the return game was a 0-0 drag draw, the Merseyside derby. So if you think about it, if there wasn't that 3 months break, just putting this out there, if the 3 months break wasn't there, like, don't you think Liverpool could have gotten 2 more points than 99 and finished as 101 points or 102, 105?
That could be an argument. Another argument.
I mean, that could be an argument,
Yeah.
but I think that is what would have happened.
What
It
would
is facts because when
Yeah.
they come back and
Yeah.
play,
Everyone
the
was
first 3
very-
game was so sluggish.
Yeah.
And you take the 3 game and play it pre-COVID, might have won at least 1 more game. One out of the 3 would have won.
Maybe the Everton game.
And
was-
then-
Everton game, we win
Yeah.
2 points, we 101 points. So the century thing is, like what you
Yeah,
say.
yeah, but that 101 points will then suddenly become a statement, like a headline.
Right.
So, okay, Centurions, okay, we are Centurions +1.
Correct.
So maybe that would have, gives the headline. So you want to put them in the top 5, maybe the 5th team because 101 points or whatever, above 100. So, but of
So
course,
6 lah.
it finished as 99, yeah.
So 6 5, 5, 6.
Okay. Are you?
4th.
What is the 2 team that you rank behind?
6th Century, 5th Chelsea's team. Chelsea's team won the league with the best defense. They won it back to back, same like City's team. They went to the Champions League semi-finals.
Yeah, and they lost to Liverpool, right?
Yeah, it was first. Other than that, Mourinho didn't build anything else that was great. It was he built one solid defense. He won the league by winning 1-0, 2-0 that season. He had the same team. He went again. He won the league. At that time,
Mike.
oh sorry, and very used to preview. And then United were falling apart at that point in time. That was where
Yeah.
Alex Ferguson couldn't keep up with Roman's money, so he was not really challenged. He didn't go to a Champions League final at all. And he
Correct.
was brought in as a European winning manager. So if you look at it, I put them 5th because Klopp has won the Champions League.
4th. You mean 4th?
Chelsea.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I gave the Chelsea team 5th place.
5th,
Because
yeah.
we won the Champions League. We have a league title, and the season that we finished champions and in Europe, we were 1 point off
City.
City,
Yeah.
We could have won the league. We could have won the league, and it would have been like what, 2 and 1 Champions League. Yeah. And Chelsea wasn't even close to it.
Correct. So I think based off the 4 opinions I've got, I think I will agree to yours the most because I think I also have the same argument. Because in any other given season, right, that 97, 98 points you guys got but lost the league, they will won you all the league. Correct. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys have the Champions League in that same bracket as well.
No, like what he said, what Centurion do is nothing much. They won the league just with more points. What the Chelsea team did was not very different.
Just very defensive.
His model is to defend. The goals they scored were not the numbers that City or Liverpool scored in our last season. So he built a team like that, and he won it with the least amount of goals. Same thing. Won the league. Nothing different, man.
Okay. So now to move on to the next question. Yeah, we have agreed that injury list is the reason why we see like a bad run of form for this current Liverpool team. But could another reason be that Klopp is being found out right now? Can we have the next slide? What's next? Yep.
Roy Keane.
No, this is not Roy Keane. This is Sky Sports. Like the actual. I don't think you guys are bad champions. Like, this is my point of view. Because I feel like, given what you guys have gone through, it's not bad champions. It's just more of like, it's kind of expected that you guys will drop points. Bad champions would mean that you guys will fall off a lot. And for me, my bad champions would be that Chelsea team that, under the same manager, improved squad, finished first, and then they finished 10th the next season. I don't know if you guys remember the season.
Okay, for me, bad champions could be considered if all our players are fit. and we are where we're at the table now.
Yeah, that is something.
That is bad champions for me. But look at our team. It's trashed. Okay? We are barely surviving. Most they should give us credit that we are so high up in the table.
Put the injury list aside, Aviti. We are worst title defense, but we are the first champions to play a season like that with no pre-season, with games every 3-4 days. Every other champion has a normal season. When you win the league, you go for holiday, you come back, you get 1-2 months solid, you go and whack your training, you go back the next season, you go and win. That's how Chelsea did it, that's how Man U did it, that's how City did it.
That's true.
We didn't get that. You know?
And we're the only...
We're the only champions not to get that pre-season. You come back like, okay, now they know already we are damn good. We need to change things. We didn't have the time to change. That's why we lost to Burnley. That's why we lost to Brighton. That's why you asked me whether Klopp got found out. Because my manager has not been given the time to adapt to becoming champions. Because when you are champions, it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
People want to eat you. They know you are the best. It's not like you are trying, ma. Carry on this, sorry.
No,
what
go.
he was saying. He was saying. No, because you're talking about injuries.
Yeah.
This is the reason why our title defense is so bad.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's not Jurgen's fault.
It's
also.
not-
COVID happened. The COVID didn't happen because
To
of
me,
him.
I feel it's not as bad as it's put out to be.
Yeah, but the way the pundits are putting as though
They want engagement. That's
they
all
are,
about
they want
it.
engagement and they are trashing Liverpool. Like they're putting stats out there as if like they are portraying that we are bad champions. When to be honest, we are not. It's just bad timing for Liverpool. It's a bad situation that
Were
we
we
in.
the only
Bad
team
timing for Liverpool.
to go unbeaten at home and win the Premier League? Were we?
No, I think that's Chelsea.
No.
Chelsea. Yeah.
No, you know what Roy Keane is? Roy Keane is just
Roy Keane's a
Sky
twat.
Sports version of Kishan.
I'll take it as a compliment. No, just kidding. No,
It's
but the
not.
thing is, no. Okay, to sum it up, bad champions, yes or no?
No.
No.
Hell no.
No. Okay, can you bring up the next slide? The one that, I think his comments and all that. So actually, this is something else I want to bring up. So, okay, recently when we kind of figured he was in a bad place. But someone did point out that Klopp, when he's losing or he lost, that plot, right? He would tend to bring out like weird facts. And these are some of it he has brought out. Like, I think when the 1-0 loss to Southampton, he brought the United penalty record. I think City was going on like a winning run. And then he brought up, City had a 2-week break because of COVID. Then, that one point, when Liverpool started playing 8:30 games, he brought like, it's a busy fixture schedule. And then he wanted them to play at a later kickoff time. And we also, before when they were champions, they, had all these like weird other reasons like the dry pitch, snow, strong winds. What do you guys think about the comments they have made so far? Just to defend his game plan, or like
Yeah,
what's going on?
We can actually pick out a lot of videos of previous managers who have won the league or titles, right? Whatever bullshit they have said before, lah. I'm not saying that Klopp has not said any bullshit, lah. There has been some things that.
I'm really Jose has said as much bullshit as
Jose
But
is
let's not-
the
let's-
king
let's
of
not get
banter,
there,
actually.
It's about Klopp, right?
Yeah.
Right now, so I mean, he has a way of his team that he wants them to play. So he's just putting out the facts that the way they are playing, they are supposed to get certain decisions their way, which is not coming their way. Why is what is causing his frustration, all these questions to come up like
Right.
that to the media and everything. But I don't know how they are actually twisting their questions towards him. Maybe that's why it comes off a bit
that's true.
wrong, when we are hearing it. It's like, no, I
No,
don't think that's...
that is the British media. They're quite fucked up.
See,
I think
that
they want to do it to get a reaction of him,
It's
so
not-
they can.
yeah,
create a
it's
headline
more
out
of
it,
they want to sell their own tabloids.
Yeah, precisely.
true.
Yeah.
But thoughts on like his comments so far?
You see, of someone who watched Alex Ferguson when you grow up, you must understand all managers, all
Greatest
great
manager
managers
ever.
play mind games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
All managers play mind games. Can I have the earlier
The comments like
the comments like the first one, Southampton game, 2 stone cold penalties, never get
Stonewall.
Stonewall. Sorry.
Hey,
I need a
we change to wrestling soon.
Yeah, so obviously you want to deflect attention from your. But we played poorly that game. We played horribly that game. 75th minute first shot on target. So don't deserve anything, but you want to deflect attention from your team's poor form. Talk about something. Correct? That's what Fergie used to do. The second one was a bit stupid because I saw the way he talked about it. They made it out to be a very whole Guardiola versus him thing, but he just meant that there was no breaks and City had. He was not even It was just they've had 2 weeks rest and we haven't had rest. That is why they are playing better. It's not even like we wish we had COVID outbreak so that we get 2 weeks, but nobody wishes that, you know. And the third one, actually after the Istanbul game, Manchester United Champions League game, the one you all lost 2-1, Dembaba scored.
Oh, okay.
He actually said that the Everton game, I think, or one United game was 8:30 after a Thursday kickoff. And he actually said that I complained about this like a few weeks ago, and now United are going through the same thing. Why? So if you are going to say, but you see, when you put that there, right, obviously it's going to look like he's losing his shit
but
and he's blaming it.
This was, I think, Solskjaer actually brought up when Liverpool did the same thing as well.
Yeah, the both managers actually talk.
They're actually both looking out for
each other
teams that play in the European fixtures.
How can you give us features like this, you know?
And then you make us like a primetime kickoff on Saturday.
So I don't think it's even an excuse.
It's not an excuse, but it's made to be an excuse.
Yeah, it's made to be an excuse because that's what the media does. Yeah. That's what they do. Pointing out United's penalty record. We ourselves know that United get a lot of penalties. We've had the conversation. And we had this conversation in our preview where I said, I don't care how many penalties United get. I don't care. I just want my penalties. If it's a penalty, give it to me. You can give Man U 10 goal penalties and 20 legitimate penalties. Bruno can score 30 goals. I don't care. Give me my penalties. If I get my penalties, I will win the game.
The thing is, right here, right now, what we're witnessing is inconsistency in refereeing decisions. Yeah. Anything to add on?
For me, I just feel that, like what's been said earlier, it's just frustrations boiling over. I agree some things are a bit over the top. A bit, sounds like conspiracy theories at times. But I think most of it is just frustrations, really.
Okay, so to sum this segment up, it's just merely frustrations. Okay, sticking with Navin, next question. The front three are not firing as the same as the past 2 seasons. You want to explain a bit about that? Can you bring up the next one? Because right now, I actually brought up something. Okay, so don't mind, if you guys are watching, don't mind the current stat of the 2021 season because I think Salah should be on 17 and Firmino should have one more assist, so they're putting on 5 with Robertson. This was actually done the game before they played Leicester. Comparing it to last season where Salah, Mane and Firmino, they had 19, 18 and 9 goals. And their assist has been up there as well. I think for me, yeah, so do you guys want to compare this and tell me like what's going on at the moment?
It's scary how Salah's still the top scorer in the Premier League, despite Liverpool having a misfiring front three.
No, but there's a difference here. Like Mane is like 10 goals away from you guys, as in from Salah. Like what is currently that's missing or like what is going wrong at the moment?
I think like what I said at the start, I think believe it or not, this all boils down to the first major injury Liverpool got this season. Van Dijk. Because I know you all like to say on the show that hashtag Firmino is the system, right?
He has been listening.
Definitely,
I watch all the shows. But the thing is, you can see even in the assist column, I think last season when he ended, Trent at 13 assists, Robertson at 12 assists.
Yeah.
So total 25 assists. I doubt they're even going to get 1/3 of that this season. Yeah, so by Van Dijk going out, like it's like a, a domino effect. That is where the piling of injuries didn't help. Yeah. Maybe if it was just him out for the season and everyone else had been not that much injured, maybe they could have coped it. But with Gomez being injured, Van Dijk being injured, they couldn't play the high defensive line. Yeah, so which means the fullbacks' average starting position is also further behind. So they are not going in for the, those crosses. They always ping crosses left and right. So with Salah and Mane can then make their runs in. So but now with the injuries and Klopp having to play midfielders in defense.
So your system is pushed back in a way.
And it's not just the defense, the midfield is also being sucked out. So now the defensive problem is starting to look like a midfield problem as well. So the holding midfielders are all pulled back. The captain who leads from the midfield is also being pulled back. So suddenly the midfield is like, there's no control over it. So now Firmino is dropping even further. Yes. So and then he is central and he has to take the more shots. He gets the more volume of shots on target. But then we all know Firmino is not the most clinical of finishers out there.
Anything add on?
Nah, spot on. Navin actually said whatever that was on my mind. If you push our best, arguably our best centre mid to defense, we are not going to be able to play that same way, the same system, because it doesn't help the fullbacks to push high up.
Correct.
And they definitely have the conscious back of their mind that, I have to come back and defend.
Right.
Instead of going up, because they had the confidence that we have big Virgil van Dijk behind to cover my ass. Simple as that. And Gomez was actually coping with whatever that has been thrown at him at the same time. So the whole defense is out.
Okay.
Like what he said, the midfield drops. So as the forwards, you see Mane and Salah is actually defending more nowadays.
Correct, yeah.
It's not helping our quality of play and our high pressing. Liverpool used to press from the front. If you are pushing the team back, how are these stats even going to improve? That's the question right now for us this season.
And a funny thing to add on top of this, so Thiago was brought in to add that extra dimension to what people usually refer to Liverpool's midfield as like one-dimensional. They're all just workhorses with a big engine room. So, they are not like the flair players. So Thiago was brought in to add extra dimension to supplement Liverpool's attack. So, but what happened with all these injuries and midfielders being pushed back? So now Thiago is suddenly having to play the Fabinho role, the Henderson role, which he wasn't brought to do. He was brought on to be like the most, you can say he's holding. He and Henderson can interchange between who goes up. And then, Thiago can find those crosses, the pings. He's what the Bayern fans used to call him, he's the one who assists the assist. So he sets the attack in motion, then the winger crosses it in, then Lewandowski scores. So he's the one who assists the assist, but he can't do that role now. So this is where the flag comes onto Thiago, saying that it's because of him that we are not performing. But he doesn't have the manpower alongside him to play his game. He's having played a different game, and you can see, if you've noticed recently, how many yellow cards has he been getting? He can't.
No, you see,
he's
Thiago
not
is not a tackler.
Yeah.
And when you see, Thiago was brought in to help the team, but he was brought in as a jigsaw puzzle piece, But now all our other pieces are gone.
Yeah.
The corners.
So
are
now
gone.
it's like a blank
There's no
space,
point-
and then you
like,
put
there's
him in.
no point talking about Thiago or even Jota right now because system is fucked already. Jota comeback gives us a new dimension. We play a 4-2-3-1 with the one striker, which Salah doesn't do as well as Jota. The one striker, Salah will miss at least 3 chances a day before he score one. Jota is very clinical in that because 2-footed. He plays forwards like that. So once everyone come back, it will be fine.
Yeah.
Next season we will go again for the league title. That is for sure. But like what you said, what he said, Adi.
The system is
flawed. So very hard where to say wrong.
Correct, yeah.
Everything wrong already.
Okay. VT, any final thoughts on this?
For me, like I said, I feel like Thiago when he was in Bayern is like a free roam player. He's just everywhere, taking shots, flying it out, trying to get balls in.
Right.
But now he's like trying to play like a very Henderson kind of role, like trying to play.
Because Henderson playing behind what?
Yeah, because Henderson is playing behind, and for Mane and Salah, like Henderson are like ping balls in front, and when Henderson is all the way behind, it's very hard for them to, especially for Mane to score this kind of goals. Salah, I think he just goes in, just try to be as selfish as he can at this period of time, get as many goals as he can.
Okay. So moving on to my last question actually. How would you define it to be a successful season? Like what must happen? Can we bring up Kumar's tweet?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay, this is our Liverpool Xiao.
When did I do this? Oh, February 4th.
Hey, I tell you right, 7:40, no emotion.
Okay, but
Wait, I
okay.
didn't say anything wrong, I think.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I just want to know, how would you define it to be a successful season given what has already transpired so far?
I actually have to read this myself.
No,
hold on.
Current thoughts.
Coming to your question.
He wants to see the team to get context.
Oh, okay, yeah. So how I define the season?
Yeah. So as you can see, this Liverpool Xiao's emotions at February 4 on 7:40 in the
I
morning.
must be going to work
but-
like that. I'm going to work lah.
Yeah.
You wake up, you see the score, you're angry.
Okay, but current thoughts. How would you define it to be a successful season? Like, what must happen?
Win the Merseyside derby. That will be a good start for us. Then followed by consecutive wins. I think a successful season, a very successful season, will be us winning the Champions League again, which I don't. Which I don't.
I'll come on by one.
I don't, because Premier League, to be honest, is gone. Man City are on a different level this season, definitely. And as I tweeted, great defense wins you titles. They have a great defense, they are going to win the title. Simple as that. But a bonus successful season, somehow just scraping through to the final and maybe nicking the 7th Champions League will be a very big success. I don't think it's going to be possible without our main centre-backs at the back. But we can try for that.
Okay,
maybe
to
a
sum it up-
semi-final and a top 4 finish will be good for me.
Okay, to sum it up, so
Oh, actually, your question should have been, what is the bare minimum, right?
to be
For
a successful season. Okay, I'll then.
Because whether we can win the league also and come out. That is also a successful. Correct or not?
Okay.
What is the bare minimum given our situation?
Okay, I'll come to you soon.
Later.
Okay, bare minimum, but give me point form. So where do you finish in the league and Champions League? Like where?
Third place will be good.
Champions
Bare
League?
minimum. Champions League semi-final.
Okay, Sviti, you have the mic.
I'm going to go for at least qualify for European football.
So that means even Europa
I
League.
don't care, Champions or Europa League doesn't matter for me.
Okay,
Doesn't
then
matter. At this point, it doesn't matter.
okay, then Champions League.
Cut. I'm gonna make him now.
Champions League semi-final, but the last thing I want to do is kena a trashing by PSG or Dortmund. That's the last thing I want to end the season. I don't want like a humiliation to end the season. That's
Okay,
the last thing
That's
I want.
a
So I want a respectable out of the semi-final. A good fight and then probably out in semi-final.
Okay, that's a fair shout. Okay, Navin, to you. Point form, league position, and Champions League. Yeah, I have to move.
Okay. Yeah, league form has to be a top 4 finish. 3rd or 4th looks still very achievable. And then for Champions League, at least a semi-final. But then Istanbul has been sort of our playground. We won the Super
05.
Cup, if I'm not wrong, as well.
And
Then
the
we won
05.
the 05 final. Yeah, so you can see like last season we got eliminated in the round of 16. And then the tournament, of course, changed, the format changed, and then the final got moved. Seems kind of ominous.
But actually
Like
it didn't matter
Liverpool was
because
out.
we already got knocked out before the COVID came
Yeah.
in, so we were
Yeah.
whatever.
So
you
they
know.
changed the final, but then now Liverpool is still here. It's back to Istanbul. So I think like we should really go for it.
Okay, can we bring up Bara's tweets? Okay, so Bara, to sum it up. Okay, bare minimum.
Okay lah, bare minimum. Top 4. I would disagree with you really, because we cannot go Europa League. If we go Europa League, we don't have the money. The club will sink.
That's more like a
we
back
need to,
step back, right?
Yeah, we need to stay there. You want to attract whether Mbappe or Haaland or even any other rising talent, you need to be in Champions League. And we need that money. So I would say top 4, I mean, I don't care. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, doesn't matter, you know.
Champions League?
Champions League, pertaining to the draw lah. Hopefully we get a favourable draw.
After the Leipzig one, right?
I'm quite confident we'll
You'll beat
because
Leipzig.
of
2 goals, 2 away goals, right?
So
Yeah.
quite safe. If we get a nice draw, I think at least semi-final.
Semi-final. So
Semi-final onwards is then injury list come down, less injury, maybe can push lah.
the final.
But I don't see us winning anything this season. It's like what I said just now. It's about rebuilding for next season, going for the title again.
So on a general consensus here, I feel like a top 4 finish for most, except for VT, who's okay with Europa League football, and semi-final in the Champions League to be a respectable season for these guys. I think with that, we can actually wrap up this show.
One last thing. I will not watch Thursday night football when Casey watches Wednesday and Tuesday night football.
Casey is a traitor to this football show and to my beloved club. We'll deal with this after the camera closes or whatever. But anyway, to wrap it up, so this has been Bara, Kumar. You'll see these guys every week. Fun guys to be with. You have seen our new guest, Viti, who actually drove me here. And Navin, you constantly tweets about Liverpool. And we will include their handles so you can follow them, interact with them. If you're a non-Liverpool supporter, go and bash them as well. I don't care. But yeah, so this has been the Tehera Treatment Liverpool special episode. Please go and like, go and subscribe, go and share with your aunt and uncle or grandma, grandfather, whatever, whoever. Just go and share, okay? Yeah, it works. it actually works. So with that, yeah. So this is goodbye.